drive, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Good. 180. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I got one.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Red! Red! Protein spill!
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after Zero. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
They'll run here with Ballage. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had to tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Rivers. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now Wilson. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And they work this out past the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First down, Seattle.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. One left. Crash. Under 10. 52.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Travis Homer with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They run it with Balaj. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm going back to you. Mike's 50.
Rivers now from the 50. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Balaj. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Rivers. Got a man. That's Allison. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Balaj. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
3rd and goal for Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill. Slam.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Take me up. Here we go. Check. Got it. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Hey. Got one. Checked up.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Ready. Set 180. Come on. Chance. Watch twist.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Going deep here for Parker. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And now running right through it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Going on the ground with Homer. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Waiting. 52. 49. Check 49.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Travis Homer, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And the Dolphins, first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Rivers on the money, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And a tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. What's that? That's the run. 43's the Mike.
Now it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
14. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Go. Let's get this. 43.
Now Wilson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Perry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Seattle.
Green 80. 52 right here. 52. Push him back. Push him back. One left. Jumper. Hey, 0. 2-6. Watch Mike. Hey, let's get off the field.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Left. Get that quarterback at all costs. Kill. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 36. No.
This is Homer. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Even. 4 down. Even. Reload. Mike, 43. Check. 43.
From the gun, Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
A 37-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
We got three. Wait, 89.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to go down again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing, Rivers. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
14, got it. Echo. 43 is the mark. That's the pass. Gun. 43. Check, 43. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Now Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Bang out. Bam.
Here's Wilson to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
43 is the mic.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's good for Dolphins. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Max 50.
Rivers on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Rivers going deep here for Parker. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Parker, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on second and 3. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, Follow his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Rip left, rip left. Check three, check three, check three. Check. Lucky, right.
Again, it's Homer. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Alert. Hey, Echo.
A first throw for the backup, Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to let one go. They've got his man complete. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
I'm coming for you, son.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Quarter. 50's the mic. Hey, alert. Hey, Charlie. 50. Watch the curl. Here we go. 50.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run this with Homer. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
From the 22, Rivers. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. On first down, Crockett. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Now Rivers on 4th down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Rivers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To the air again here. Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And this is Parker, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, check 56. Hey, foxtrot. Here we go. 56 to Mike.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Parker that time.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers.
Threw it